Okay, that step's finished. It's right now starting Windows, and once it's finishes starting Windows, the installation will be complete. It says setup is preparing your computer for first use. Setup is checking video performance. Windows 7 is great at finding drivers, and in this case it looks like it's found my video driver, and right now it's configuring it for optimum performance. But we'll go ahead and double check that just to make sure that it did in fact find the proper driver. Okay, now there's a few configuration items we're going to do here. I'm going to input my name, and I'm also going to go ahead and change the PC name to something a little more descriptive. You'll notice that this pop-up came up, and what this is saying is that I can't put any special characters, only numbers and letters. I'm going to show that one more time. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and change this to Tony's laptop. Actually, we're going to go ahead and change it to Tony's D420. And then I'm going to click Next. Okay, it's going to ask me for a password, but at this point I'm not going to go ahead and put that in there. It'll just make things a little easier when we're configuring the firewall and other advanced settings. So I'm going to just leave that blank and click Next. Okay, this is the Windows updates settings. Here you can set how often it checks for updates and what it does when it finds them. So in this case, I'm going to leave the recommended settings, which is install important updates. So we're going to go ahead and click that. And then I'm going to adjust the date and time. Right now it's set to Pacific, so I'm going to change that to Eastern. And it automatically adjusts for daylight savings, so we're going to leave that the way it is and select Next. Okay. And you can see here that it's found my wireless driver. So right now it's picking up my wireless in-house. So I'm going to go ahead and select that and click Next. This will allow us to connect to my wireless so that we can run updates if need be. Okay. So I'm going to start this connection automatically because I know and I trust it. If the system had a password, if the wireless system had a password, this is where you'd put it in. So I'm going to click Next here. And then I'm going to select the type of network that it is. In this case, it's my home network, so I'm going to click Home. And then it should ask me to set up a sharing group, but I don't really feel like doing that right now. And also I have one set up, but that's beside the point. So we're going to go ahead and skip that step when it gets to it. Okay, so like I said, we're going to go ahead and skip that step right here. And it's finalizing, and it's going to go ahead and start up. So bear with me, and we'll come back. Okay, it's starting up right now. Preparing my desktop for the first use. Okay, and there you have it. Right now, Windows 7 is installed. And next, we're going to go ahead and perform those configurations items I mentioned before. We're going to check the Windows firewall. We're going to check for updates. We're going to check for your startup items. and install the Creative Webcam and Office 2010. So we'll do that when we come back. Okay, so you'll notice that now we have a few screens that have popped up on our computer screen, and these are both due to Windows updates here. This is just a screen letting you know that automatic updates were automatically installed, and it's asking us to restart. But before we go ahead and restart, what I'm going to go ahead and do right now is input the CD key. So to do that, you're going to go to My Computer, and you're going to right click, and then you're going to select Properties, and then you're going to go over here to the right and select Change. Excuse me, you're going to go a little bit lower and to the right, and then you're going to select Change Product Key. Sorry about that. It's right there. It says Change Product Key. And you'll notice that right above that there's a line that says 3 days until automatic activation. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and click Change Product Key. And I'm going to go ahead and input my key here. And while I do this, I'm going to go ahead and put something over the camera just so that you don't see the product key here. Okay, I've inputted my key, and now I'm going to go ahead and hit enter, and then remove the piece of paper I have here. So I'm going to hit next here, and it says it's going to take a few minutes to activate. Okay, it's just about done here. Okay, it says activation was successful. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of this. And then you'll notice that now in this screen there's a genuine Windows logo, and that means that it was activated successfully. And also you'll notice that that line about it being automatically activated in 3 days is no longer there. So that's how you know the activation process was successful. So we're going to close out of this window. And we're going to go ahead and close out of this. And then we're going to select Restart Now. And it's going to go ahead and restart and apply these updates.